Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Has this at the 6. Oh, trying a surprise here to begin the game. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
First play is to the air. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
2nd and 10 now. Finds the in route complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Let's go.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Room to run inside the 20. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for him.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll try and punch it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Catch made over the middle. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Man, it's Drake London. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Hits him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here. Milton now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Heard of that defense with flying around and making the play.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Throwing now, Milton. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hits his running back. Rolling into enemy territory. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another, hold each other accountable.
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the turnover into a lead. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To throw, Milton. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He can't hang on to the pass. And it's going to be 2nd down. Milton back to throw. Achane reels it in. Rolling into enemy territory. Down the left sideline he goes. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown. Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do. The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 13. And that'll put them up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Headed out right. Hey, look at this, here he goes. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing. On 2nd down, Robinson breaks the tackle, still going. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Trying for the deep ball. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. So there's a flag on the field. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. They'll run here following the penalty.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A toss now to Robinson. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. He's got Pierce. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Got a man, it's London. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play, and that gives them 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Robinson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They've got a man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Koo able to put it through, and they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. His return starts at the 5. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end gets it running forward. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 32. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He fires one deep down the right. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
2nd and 1. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 17-14 ball game. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. Milton. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 17. Cut out left. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
There he goes on the right side. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons make it a 9-point advantage. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Brings in the kick at the 9. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Milton to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here's Milton. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Able to find Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd down run from Achane. And he's tackled for a short gain. Call it a couple of yards, and it's 4th down and 5.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Taken in by Pierce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, around to Robinson. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. From the red zone now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Gets this one to Pierce. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Here's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Going power with the big tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons take a 13-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Return coming from the 6. Here's a reverse. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Okay, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Let's go now. 19, right.
Milton now. This finds likely. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, Milton. This one quickly to Harrison. He's still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a 1-score game in the first half. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
2nd and 4. He's on the move. To the right side and reeled in by London. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That one's complete, right side. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball, when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Koo able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Starting from the 5. Trying to reverse it on the kick return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Milton back to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time, My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pass complete to Wiley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Milton. Wiley hauls it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the direction, but not the distance. It falls just short. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. To throw here on 1st down. This is on target to Christian Watson. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. A lot of grass ahead. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He saw that running lane pretty early. You could tell a quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once he touched the 2nd level.
Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Fielded at the 7. A reverse on the opening kickoff. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. He's got room to roam here. And the Falcons get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds a seam down the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. Throwing now, Milton. Has a man, it's Achan. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd down carry for Achan. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Play action on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Achan, a 1st down carry. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Offense in the hurry-up here. 1st down from the red zone. Achan reels it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Achan will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Now Milton to throw. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
He's throwing for it. Flush down out to his left. And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, Time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 37. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's 3rd down now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. A lot of mess on the move here. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Robinson on the inside give.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Once more, it's Robinson. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain for them on 2nd and goal, and now they need 8 on 3rd. Running with Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Achan again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll stick with Achan. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th. Out of the shotgun, a give to AJ. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. And they had that one contained right at the line. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
They're going for this. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
2nd and 10 now. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. On the move, headed right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, now you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
He's got Harrison. And this one does not go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
3rd and long for him here. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Putting a receiver in motion. Running with Achane out of the gun. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Achane on the inside give. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Another two-point conversion attempt upcoming from the Buccaneers.
And 19 Lions. Take over.
Milton. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Tight end gets it running forward. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
A toss now to Robinson. Crosses midfield, still going. And he gets this one down to the 27. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. But come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
And it's a gain on the run, down to the 23. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Here's a handout from McClellan. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Koo able to put it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown and field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Milton. throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now a handoff to McClellan. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing off the play fake here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
This one quickly to Harrison. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
They go play action on first. Oh, brother, it's another interception. He breaks the tackle. And the Falcons have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing it again on 2nd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. Here's a give to Robinson. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Finds a seam down the middle. have likely locked up the win right there. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons push the lead to 20. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go. 6, 3. Go.
Throwing now, Milton. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Working quickly here.
Pass to 60.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hits him on the out route. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. Milton now. Has a man, it's Achan. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 8. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Now Milton to throw. Connects with Riley. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. Milton back to throw. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. To throw, Milton. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Desperation time here on 4th. Throw is caught by the back. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get it back to within 2 possessions. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Buccaneers drop the lead back to 13. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This is taken in at the 13. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Forced out to his right. It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Now the give for Bijan. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
From the 43, finds his target, Robinson. And this one doesn't go far.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet in short throws.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And that'll bring up fourth down. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. They kick the running back in motion. Looking for a throw here. He's got it to his running back. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He's throwing for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got Harrison. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. From the 28. Pass complete to Wiley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Back now, pressure on its way. Wiley hauls it in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They've got to keep moving quick here. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Here's Milton. H.N. reels it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So now here's 3rd and 5. Milton. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it. You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Throwing from the gun. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ears get it back to Bucs. Throwing Milton. Probably there. Is it on the return? They could get this. Buccaneers are going to have it. That football, that's his first career interception. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later on. A well-earned win for the Falcons. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Use the options on the left to edit league settings.